Welcome to the DBF Rainbow Rumble, brought to us by the Deaf Blossoms clan. I'm New Aiden, and with me here is Amna, the great Amna. And on producing, we have Jackie B. But Amna, welcome to the cast. How's it going?
Thanks. It's going okay. This is actually one of my, well, probably my second time ever casting. So, audience, please take it easy on me.
She's a natural. We all know it. So getting into things, the first match that we're going to have, actually, Amna, you know a little bit more about the tournament. This is going to be a best of three that we see between these two teams, Rainbows and Allies. Is that correct?
That's right. We're going to start off on my favorite map, King's Row, and then we're going to move on over to Lijiang Tower. And then after that, we're going to wrap it up on Hollywood. If a tiebreaker is needed, we will be playing on Nepal.
I'm right there with you. King's Row is my favorite. I mean, after all, that's where Tracer reigns.
Yes, well, I feel like any hero can do really well on King's Row, but it's just a very well-made map. Like, got no complaints there. So, as for our teams, we have two teams for this tournament. We have Team Rainbow and we have Team Allies. The average SR for both teams is coming in at about 2,500, 2,512 for Rainbow and 2,504 for Allies. So really, really close there. We have a pretty good mix of players here. We did break up the players by roles. So we have 2 DPS, 2 healers, and 2 tanks. Roll queue, Overwatch, Blizzard. No hints there, but anyway, we did try to balance that out so we don't have 6 tank mains on one side.
Yeah, we've seen some people make that work somehow.
Somehow, not all the time. Sorry, excuse me.
Also, I loved your introduction. It reminded me of an introduction to a wrestling match. On the left corner, we got Rainbows, and on the right, we have Allies.
Well, we kind of do. So yeah, we have a good mix of players from the full spectrum of SR range here. So I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Now, what are you expecting coming into King's Row? Do you think we're going to see any specific compositions on King's Row? I know you said it's one of your favorites and there's a lot of heroes that can work with it, but what do you expect?
Well, from what I know about, I'll start with Allies since they're on the red team. Seems to be they're going to be attacking first. I know Lego loves her Torb. So it's a great possibility, but Torb generally is seen a little more on defense on King's Row. So perhaps she'll come out on Hanzo. I know that Candy does have a preference for Moira, and Moira plays really well on King's Row, especially on attack. So I don't know. I could maybe see like a Moira, Ryan, Zarya coming out, maybe with a Hanzo. I'm not sure what Nami's going to pull out for that second DPS spot, but I guess we'll find out there. Do you have any theories about what Rainbows might defend with?
What Rainbows might defend with. You know what? I don't know if this is gonna happen, but I want to see an Orisa come out on defense.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think Idle Hell actually does play a lot of Orisa, so I think that is a very strong possibility there.
Well, so there we go.
Yeah, and actually, Luna and Phoenix are both happen to be paired on Team Rainbows, which they're actually both on Team Lotus for Death Blossom. So there might be some synergy there that gives them an unfair advantage.
It's automatically already there. Have that. That's kind of the interesting thing, because these teams are randomly put together. Well, put together with keeping SRs and roles in mind. But a lot of these players haven't played with each other before, so there's always kind of that first initial we have to figure each other out, learn each other. But absolutely, as Amna just said, Phoenix and it was Luna, correct? They've
correct.
Played, yep. So they're going to have a little bit more kind of an advantage because they already have that synergy going on.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, look at that! I got 3 out of my 4 guesses there on the attacking team. We got a Ryan Zarya, we got Lego on that Hanzo. Candy Cage did not pick the Moira. I was expecting the Moira, so I was wrong on that. I'll give you that. And hey, let's see what we got on defense here. Oh, that's interesting. So you were right about the Orisa, but it seems that Aura Creature picked up the Orisa, and Idol is on D.Va.
Yeah, so, I only named one there, but 1 for 1, that's all 100%, correct?
That's right. Oh, look at that. Looks like defense is going to be going bunker comp here. Siren is on Baptiste and Gamer playing the Bastion.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, blue side is Rainbow and red is Allies. And already coming in, we're seeing some just gunfire lobbing between teams. Orisa shield up. We don't really quite see allies coming in yet, but they're going around the statue.
Yeah, that's right. Allies has a really good shield break here with Lego on Hanzo. And it looks like Orisha's shield is down right now. Let's see if that's going to be coming back up here pretty soon.
Ooh, and Reinhardt on the ally side is down. There comes out the Hanzo arrow. A lot of people are dying, but it looks like Rainbow's holding strong, and there goes Bastille.
Yeah, that was a really fast dragon on Lego's part there. She must have been dealing a lot of damage there. Looks like Idle Hell just got unmech from her diva. This is a... Allies is not a full team right now, so they're playing a little conservative. Kind of, you know, they got a couple picks there.
And we have the Bastion set up by the phone booth now with the Orisa shield to protect them, but they're able to take the Bastion down. Will they take advantage of this?
Yep, this is where I believe Allies is going to take it. Yep, they've been able to take out half of the team.
Yeah, Lego already taking out two, like clearly building up that ult, doing damage.
To cap there you go. Alright, how are we doing on ults? Looks like both tank ults are coming up on the attacking side, Stardust and Radimus. For defense, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say on the attack side, they do have a lot of defensive ults, so they can answer to almost anything that Rainbow is gonna throw at them in this next fight. But as you mentioned on the ult, Rainbow is coming up on quite a bit.
Oh wow. Alright, there goes a more ult, Lego's dragons. Oh, and a quad! No, sorry, that's a triple kill from Luna. That was a beautiful tire, took out both healers and Hanzo.
Yeah, immediately I want to speak a little bit about that grab. We saw a grab be thrown out from the side of allies with the Hanzo's ult followed up right behind. Normally a deadly combo, but Phoenix was able to hit her ult and keep her team killed up during that, and they were able to counter with that tire.
That was a great tire. So going into this next fight, Radimus still has her Shatter, but Gamermel's sitting on a Bastion ult here that can totally annihilate allies. So we'll see how they decide to play this out. Oh, there comes the Diva Bomb. Oh, another triple kill coming from an ult. Allies is going to have to back out here.
Yeah, Rainbow's making good use of their ults here. We saw in the very beginning, just coming around this corner, that they had an ult advantage, but they're using about 3 at a time, so they're being conservative with their ult usage, but that means they have ults every fight, and, you know, still coming into this, we still have the Bastion with the ult. We also have Bastille that can buff him, and even, you know, the Orisa that can buff him as well, so there might be some interesting combos there.
Right. Allies does have more ults going into this fight, but as you mentioned, Team Rainbow has ults to counter, so we'll see how this next fight plays out.
Yeah, Lego sneaking up from behind. We know Lego's done damage with that bow before. If they don't answer to that, and they're able to scare Lego off.
Yeah, Hanzo ult is pretty deadly here in the street space just because you get really locked into these corridors, so it's sometimes difficult to escape the dragons. There goes an Orisa ult.
McCree from behind. Oh, gets 3!
Yes, that was beautiful.
That's what they were looking for.
Yep, they got it. Won this fight.
You know, I think on the side of Rainbow, you know, they had that ult going on there with the Bastion. The side of allies, for the most part, looked like they were backing up. You know, that was a lot of damage coming through from that Bastion. Right. And the McCree was able just to flank behind and get 3 picks. Yeah,
and I'd say that was probably a good call on Gamer's part, not trying to pop her ult there, because it was already a lost fight at that point.
Yeah, I'm guessing right now Gamer's going to want to use that ult and then swap to a different hero at this point.
Oh wow, Radimus pushing forward, making a really good call here, pushing the corner. She threw down her ult, tried to secure more space with the payload.
And yeah, that's gonna, and that was able to get them that second push. We have both McCree and Zenyatta sitting on the back, which is good because McCree can make use of that range. Looks like Bastion's trying to set up, but I don't know if they're going to be able to set up where they're wanting to in time.
Stardust is holding onto a grab right now. They have their grab Hanzo combo. Oh no, Gamer goes down again. They do have 2 support ults on the other side, try to keep people alive.
Speaking of Gamers. Oh no, I was gonna say, I don't think Lego's letting them stay up. Ooh, the Diva ult manages to catch the Mercy. What a great pick. And that's 2 more down. It looks like they're gonna be able to defend this time. Will allies back up? It looks like they will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
this will
still
give...
have... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this will give Gamer time to set up at this point, so they might still keep with that Bastion by the looks of it. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, they still have their deadly combo here with Grab Dragon.
Oh, actually, a lot of ults coming up on both sides. We might see some crazy counters here.
There it is.
And there comes the Mora ult to protect against the Grab Dragons again. Phoenix stopping the combo. Ooh, McCree manages to catch the Zarya.
All the ults coming out right now. Looks like Team Allies is up by maybe 1 player or 2 players, but Team Rainbows is already coming out of spawn, so...
Yeah, don't count Rainbow out with that close spawn advantage here.
That's right. Oh, here comes that Bastion ult.
The Bastion ult we've all been waiting for. It looks like it's just trying to break through Radimus' shields at this point, not having much luck. Good job on Radimus being able to defend that. Yeah,
it is forcing Team Allies to back up, however. Oh, and they just got picked. One player got picked off
by a Reinhardt strike of all things. That's always rewarding as a Reinhardt, tossing that out and catching someone. Yeah, and coming into this, we don't have too many ults, but on the side of Rainbow, a lot of defensive ults. We got Phoenix's, Mora's ults again. I always want to call it Transcendence. I know it's not Transcendence. Ooh, and there comes a Shatter with the arrow. They don't manage to catch Phoenix again, and there comes Phoenix out with the ult, protecting her team. Okay, Phoenix.
Candy's able to res her Reinhardt, which is huge right now.
Those reses definitely count. We see Bastile's ult comes out, hoping to do a little bit damage, but they're all very close to it. I don't know if they're going to take much value from that.
Oh, and a giant shatter from Aura Creature. She's able to get down, I believe that was 4 players.
But it wasn't quite enough. She had the rest of the team to deal with there and was the only one out, so...
That's right. Didn't have the follow-up to the shatter, unfortunately, just because when you're on your back heel, you try your best.
Yeah, good job delaying that just a little bit longer, though. They were able to push that clock down to 42 seconds. I mean, at this point, Rainbow's just hoping to get a better time so that we can go into overtime and get into some extra points.
That's right. We'll see what the teams pick. 42 seconds it's always interesting when it goes under a minute because if the next team caps with on overtime, they're gonna get that, they're gonna get a free minute and be able to possibly win the game instead of only draw.
Right, exactly. Yeah, with the 42 seconds though, it seems like they have the answers to everything. So, who knows? Maybe that will net them a win here.
Maybe that's all they needed.
Yeah, just answers to the universe. And we're going to see some swaps as we switch. Allies is now on defense and Rainbows is on attack. So we're going to see a few different compositions coming up here. Lego coming out with Symmetra. I was expecting a Torbjorn. What do you think of this?
Oh yeah, my prediction was incorrect. I predicted she was going to pick Torb on defense, but you have to say Torb and Sim, they're kind of in the same ballpark comes to heroes.
Yeah, they both have turrets. They, have some shielding capabilities.
There you go. I'll give myself half a point for my prediction there.
I'll do that as well. Maybe Lego's just saving the Torbjorn for the clutch moments.
That's very possible. All right, other than that, we have a pretty standard setup. We have that McCree, Brian Zarya, Sen and Mercy, and on attacking side, we also have Brian Zarya, so it'll be fun seeing that matchup. I see a Tracer, Gamermel on Tracer, which is, I believe, her main hero, so it's going to be really fun watching her. We also see an Ana and a Mercy, so the attacking team has quite a bit of heals there with 2 main healers.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Tracer. I do love my Tracer plays. We already see the side of Rainbow coming around the corner of the statue. They're just waiting for a moment to go in. It looks like they're just trying to lob and break that shield from Radimus.
Yeah, Gamer got caught out of place there a little bit. Candy Cake was actually able to take her out. She was trying to flank.
Oh no, really Lego!
On Candy's part.
Yeah, Lego came up a little bit close to the team. Actually got hit by a trap from Luna, and they were able to take Lego out, being so up close there.
All right, nanoing the Zarya.
Ooh, but
oh no, she was taken out early. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were able to bring up their other tank. Will they be able to make use of that? When a tyrant comes out.
Oh, we do see able to
Yeah, but it's still able to catch one.
Yep. Wow, Luna doing all kinds of damage on her Junkrat right now.
Yeah, Luna is a dangerous Junkrat by the looks of it. Lego trying to set up turrets, but, you know, with the grenades lobbing about, takes those turrets down pretty quickly.
Wow, Allies is able to hold despite losing a couple players there during that fight.
Yeah, it looks like we just didn't have the follow-up from Rainbow after they were able to pick a few. And Allies just did a good job of working with what they had. We do see the Valkyries come out maybe a little bit early because we don't see Rainbows pushing in yet, but maybe it's a delay tactic to hold out that clock a little bit longer.
Yep. Rainbow's is waiting out the Valkyrie, and there it is. It just ended. Oh, wow. Okay, we got 3 tank ults just popped up. Okay, all 4 of them.
Oh, yeah, that was a grab, countered by a smash, countered by a grab, countered by a smash.
Looks like Allies is up ahead, though. Gamermel was able to take out the McCree, but aside from that, the Allies definitely won that battle.
Has anyone here played Magic? Because that reminded me of, like, counter cards. The person that used the last counter wins.
That is very much what happened there. Alright, what do we have here in terms of ults coming in? The attacking side has a Pulse Bomb. They have a Junkrat Tire, which can take out quite a few players on the other team. See how that plays out.
Ooh, and a quick Mercy pick. That's not going to be good for the side of Allies. And we do see that ult coming out, hoping to get few. Oh, there's 2. Allies is 3 down, make that 4 down. They only have 2 left right now. Reinhardt and McCree trying to hold out. There goes the McCree, and there goes the Reinhardt.
There you go. Yeah, that was a great block. Aura Creature put up her shield immediately as Nami was McCree ulting. Saved her team.
Now, one thing I loved about Rainbows in that fight is they got an early pick on Mercy, and as soon as they saw that, they went all in.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about Mercy. You know, Mercy can kind of counter what you do. You get one pick, a good pick, but then Mercy reses them. Take out the Mercy, and you take that possibility out of the equation.
Yep, that's right. Especially with Candy, she's able to get off so many reses when she wants to.
Yeah, you can't let Candy just fly free there.
No, you can't.
Have you noticed on the side of Allies we have Candy and Apple? Candy Apple.
Ah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Maybe subconsciously they were placed together for that reason.
One can hope. One can hope.
Oh no, Gamer was trying to flank there, but Lego was able to take her out, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think on the side of Allies, they're doing a really good job. The Zenyatta especially, I think, communicating with the team and focusing on that Tracer.
Yeah, they're definitely calling her out.
Yeah, I've seen a few times. It looks like that Tracer keeps going for the Zenyatta, which is what you want to do as a Tracer. That Zenyatta is like candy to you.
Right. Prime target.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have here in terms of ults? We have another tire. The tires have been pretty devastating in this game so far. Idle Hell just picked up her grab.
With that grab.
Yep, there you go.
Catches one, so it goes behind.
Okay, looks like Team Rainbow's up by 1 right now, though, so they're going to be pushing this corner. Ooh, unless this dragon takes anyone out. Oh, yes, it took out their Mercy. At this point, Allies can push, sort of, if they want to. They don't
looks like they're going to... Yeah, I think they're going to wait around that corner, but oh, a Shatter comes out.
Oh, and a nice trance there by Apple. Okay, we got a Valk pop by Candy Cage. I believe Allies is going to hold this, and Rainbows is backing off. Yep.
Good job on the Allies. One thing too, you know, we didn't see them go in right away, even though they got that full team there for a second. They waited until right around that corner, and that's all just about, you know, creating line of sight, creating defense. Like the enemy team has to come into you.
Ooh, Gamer was able to stick her pulse bomb, took out both Diva and Zen.
That's exactly what you want as a Tracer.
Absolutely, that was a clutch play right there. Definitely opened up the window for a team to push in and clean up.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yes, Gamer has definitely been flanking for most of this match, actually.
Yeah, putting that pressure on the back team. A lot of times people don't realize that, you know, if the Tracer's getting picks, they don't see her having any sort of advantage, but sometimes just flanking, throwing up that team, making them have to focus on you, distracting them from the front lines, pays tons of value to the team.
Ooh, Lego got a nice pick there on Siren.
Well, Lego with those shots. I definitely don't want to be against her Hanzo right now.
Oh, that was great. Idle Hell bubbled Aura Creature and then got on the other side of the bubble so she could survive the bomb.
Nice.
That was a very nice play.
Do you see a grab and tire back on the side of Rainbow? We'll probably see that combo come out again, I think.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
but
that was
Lego! Yeah, Lego shoots the tire out of the sky.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting all kinds of ults here. Nami's able to take out 2 with her ult. Looks like Ally is going to defend this. Rainbow's going to have to retreat.
Yeah, Nami asked the enemy team if it was high noon yet. And 2 answered yes.
Team Allies is wiped on ults. Actually, both teams are. So this next fight, which may be the last one, is not going to have... I can see a pulse bomb coming up. Siren's probably going to build her Valken time as well. But Allies, I don't believe is going to have any ults going into this.
Yeah, don't count Luna out yet. She's already at 84%.
Oh, that's right. And also, I counted Lego out there too soon. Okay, that was a really good call on Rainbow's part. They're going to wait, regroup, and fight this last battle. I see a switch here on heroes. There's no Reinhardt or a creature swapped to Winston. Get there a little faster. Probably also contest Lego a little easier.
Yeah, but that focus, they're able to take out Aura Creature on Winston.
Yep, here comes that tire.
Ooh, around the high ground,
catches both
healers. Not just 2, but the supports.
Yep.
Ooh.
Allies
jumps in shortly after.
Is down 3 players. Make sure there's somebody on the payload.
This could be the play that Rainbow was wanting. Now keep in mind, Allies does have the spawn right there. We already seen them coming out. Mercy puts to sleep. Yeah. Omna, I know you got some Ana play on your side, so you know the good sleep darts.
That was a really clutch sleep dart on the Mercy there. Ooh. Like, yeah, Allies is trying to straggle in here.
Yeah, grab on the payload. Winston just was able to focus on those 2, and that was enough to take him out. Ooh, but Allies is coming back, and we do see the Arrow Dragon Strike come out. Does it catch anyone? No, but it does split off some of the team.
I think Team Rainbow's gonna be able to clean this up, because they're still full 6. Allies is kind of just coming in, trickling in as they can.
One by one, but I mean, that's 3, that's 4. I mean, it's still anyone's game at this point.
Oh, and then everyone hiding around the payload. Oh, she wasn't able to get anyone. Lego, however, able to take out Gamer Mel. Luna able to take out Nami. Okay, the odds are kind of evening out here. Oh, nice. Oh my! Oh my gosh, that was so clutch. The Diva Bomb took out the 3 people on the payload.
The Junkrat tried a mine to get there in time and was just slightly too short. What a wait!
Goodness, that I thought they were gonna cap it and it was gonna be that 1-minute situation I explained earlier, but no, Allies was able to hold, and this beautiful play by Nami. But really, that Diva Bomb at the end was just beautiful.
You know, and one thing I was thinking too is as I saw that Diva Bomb come out, the baby Diva came out, and the tire came out and killed the baby Diva. So baby Diva, she sacrificed herself for the cause.
It was definitely worth it as it secured a win for Team Allies.
Oh man, all right. A great match. That was amazing. Very, very close though between both teams, and you know, props to the people organizing these 2 teams together, because keeping that SR range so close, really, you can tell we're having, you know, it's a very close matchup between these 2 teams.
Yeah, that was very entertaining to watch. I totally called it way too early, assuming Rainbows was going to be able to cap that last inch that they needed, but man, that was very entertaining.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of having that close spawn, you know. They were able to trickle out 1 by 1, maybe a little bit, but eventually they were able to get 2 or 3 out. Mercy was out. Candy with her amazing res snuck in her res, and then we saw 4 on the field, about 5 from like Rainbow, and all of a sudden the battlefield evened out, and then it just was that one ult, the one ult that did it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
The one ult to catch them all, quite literally.
All right, so for this next round, just want to let everyone know that there are going to be a couple player swaps happening. Apple, who is playing support for team, I believe that was Allies. Did I get that correct? Yes, it was. Is being swapped out for OMFG Jelly. And then the other swap, let's see if that one's happening. I'm going to wait to make sure it's going to happen before I announce it. Oh, looks like that swap is not happening. So the only swap that happened was Jelly came in and Apple was swapped out on Team Allies.
We no longer have our candy apple, but you know what? We got jelly candy. I don't know.
I'm sure you'll think of something. You got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got time. Also, can I ask, did y'all just create the best maps, or at least my favorite maps, King's Row and now Lijiang Tower?
I mean, Genos asked me which maps I wanted, so I just listed my favorite maps.
Oh, that's a smart way to play it. So I guess I can go ahead and ask you, do you like Lijiang Tower?
I do, most definitely. It's my favorite King of the Hill, so yes, I like it very much.
Nice. Do you have a favorite? Which one's your favorite map on Lijiang? Which map are you most excited to see these two teams play?
Oh, let's see for these two teams. I guess it would be okay. So I call it Bridge, so that would not be Control Center. It would be Gardens. Wait, would it be Gardens.
Yeah.
Is Gardens the one with the bridge?
With the two bridges on the side and the little, that's Garden.
All right,
Yep.
Garden. There you go.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I actually casted a game last weekend, and my co-caster's favorite was the Garden, and mine is I still like Night Market. I'm a big Night Market fan.
Oh, they're asking us if we're ready. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Now we'll go and toss that to them. Yeah. We're just over here enjoying talking about our favorite maps and just the normal
really important things. You got to go over your favorite maps. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone wants to know.
Hey, there it is. Here, speaking of
the
Gardens map, yeah.
The Garden of Eden, so to speak. No. So already out on Garden, I'm expecting a Pharah.
Yeah, I hope to see a Pharah. I wonder who would be playing that. So let's see. On the side of Allies, okay, well, the switch was, okay, there's a switch in healers there. So Jelly in place of Apple. But we have our same DPS players, Lego and Nami. I'm not sure if either one of them play a lot of Pharah. Do you know if one of them do?
I don't. Lego.
Oh, there you go. Lego's going to... I know.
Ooh, and I love Winston on King of the Hill.
Ooh, and Gamer Mel is mirroring Pharah on the other side, so we're gonna maybe see some good Pharah v Pharah action here. But Team Allies does have a McCree in preparation for the Pharah on the other side. However, with Team Rainbows, they have a Genji as their second DPS, so they're gonna have a little bit of trouble, I think, countering the Allies Pharah.
Yeah, don't count Diva and Winston out. I've seen them be able to do some massive damage to a Pharah if they make a coordinated assault.
That's very true.
And also, keep in mind the Lucio here. Is Team Rainbow trying to get some rainbow boops? I think just maybe. Ooh, immediately we're seeing fights on the on Ally's side of the bridge. An Aura creature able to take out Mercy Candy. That's another healer. It looks like Team Rainbow is gonna win this round.
Yeah, actually Luna, who's on Genji, was able to take out the Lego on Pharah fairly quickly. I believe that was the first pick, and so that kind of gave the other Pharah free reign to do what she wanted to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Our other team, Rainbow, they're very mobile. So even though they don't have any sort of hit scan, they're able to jump up there with either that slash that Genji has, the Diva boost, Pharah obviously, Winston's jump, all of it. Yeah,
ooh, Lego.
Very mobile team.
Yeah, Lego winning that Pharah v Pharah battle. Phoenix with the res, able to get it off. Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah. And Gamer takes out Lego in revenge.
That's right. Ooh, Gamermel taking out 3 before being blown up by a Diva Bomb. Luna pops her Genji Blade and takes out Jelly on Zen.
It seems like the strategy from Rainbow here is take out the enemy Pharah and then go uncontested.
That's right. Looks like Rainbow's going to be winning this battle. And perhaps, they're stalling out the Baby Diva.
Poor Stardust.
I always feel so bad when this happens to Baby Divas, but it is the right play to make. She does get her neck back and is running away! Is she going to be able... Oh, no. Unfortunately, not able to get out completely. They unmech her again and then...
they decided to take that stagger. And poor Baby Diva, always being the one to be bullied. The mech is thrown out, doesn't catch anyone. Maybe a delay tactic, but they already had to wait for that Diva. Maybe they were hoping to catch one more, stall them even more.
Yep. Looks like Allies is regrouping here, now contesting. Diva, Winston jump onto point. Lego's raining rockets from above.
There we go, barrage coming out. Ooh, rain, just all blue, just killing the red right now. Looks like we only. Yeah, we do see that Transcendence come out.
Oh. Stardust Bomb able to take out Winston. Oh no, Phoenix is trying to res, Lego able to stop her mid-res.
Yeah, Gamer with the barrage able to take out McCree. We're actually starting to see Allies take out a few here. That's 1-2.
Yeah, looks like there's a Lucio stalling out point. Sirenex trying her best.
Classic Lucio.
I know, right? But eventually they realized someone was still on point and take out the Lucio. Rainbow's now regrouping. They do have 99% control, so they only really need to win one team fight.
Yeah, and that puts them at a great advantage because, you know, at this point, Allies just has to hold out and defend as much as possible, but if Rainbow gets one good play, that's it for them.
And that is a good play. Gamer Mel just took out the enemy Mercy, which is huge, and they're going to be pushing in. Now they take out a second. It is now a 4v6.
Ooh.
Rainbow's now up by 3, up by 4 players now. Looks like they're going to be winning this fight. But Team Allies is just around the corner. They're going to be contesting and trickling in as long as they can. They're now in overtime.
The Winston's hanging out. That Winston is trying to defend that point. I don't think the team is going to get there in time, baby. Baby.
Oh, I'm going to try to... Oh, someone was able to touch. Who is that?
I didn't even see.
I didn't even see who this. I believe it was.
I think it was Lego. That was sneaky, bitch. Us casters didn't even see it.
Jelly pops trance. She's able to keep her team alive long enough to get a few of them on point now. Diva Bomb comes in, unfortunately not able to pick anyone up. It is now a more or less even fight. We'll see who wins this. Oh.
We have to see 2 down on the side of Allies. Both healers are down.
Yep.
But 3 just went down. Yeah, 3 just went down for Rainbow. Make that 4. Winston gone. Maybe Allies can win this back.
Low.
And there we go, Allies.
Okay. Whew, that was so back and forth. Allies has a baby Diva right now. Let's see how much charge she has. 27, so as long as they don't feed her, they might be able to contest and without her being mech'd.
We thought that game was gone at that point. But we do have a barrage coming from Gamer, so you know, depending on how that lays out, if they can get a good cleanup on Team Allies, they can swap this point again.
Lego got a nice stick on Lucio there. She was able to take him out, but Phoenix was able to res Lucio back in. Gamer, unfortunately, I believe, rocketed herself somehow, and I just saw her up in the kill feed.
Lucio coming in right away, defending, providing that attack. We actually see Mercy go down as well as Winston on the enemy side. That's 2 healers down for Allies.
That's right, Rainbow's definitely up at this point. Allies again in that position where they just have to try to hold on as long as they can.
And it's just Stardust and Lego trying to hold out right now while the rest of the team Stardust, little baby Diva. Winston manages to get the point. We've seen this happen before. Are we going to see a repeat of last time?
Candy Cage able to res Stardust, who might be able to mech here. Oh, she gets it back.
Ooh, mech's on the point to save it. Oh, but Luna coming out with the blade. Takes 1-2, make that 3, finishing off Nami at the end.
Okay, looks like Lego was able to touch on her Tracer. She's dancing around point trying to stay alive, as is an ulting Winston. Is this going to be a replay of the last fight?
I don't know. I mean,
here's another chance.
Zenyatta chance to get there.
But Team Allies does not have all 6 on point yet. They're still kind of struggling coming in. Nami with a Creole, not able to get anyone.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's just a free-for-all on point. We are seeing a lot of red on that kill feed, and there we go. Yeah, Rainbow able to flip that point.
Wow.
But let's just point back. They had a 99% rate when it first got flipped. It got flipped again at 33% on the Allies side. Their Allies losing it at 33% back to Rainbow. Managed to somehow secretly sneak. I don't know. I think they had a Sombra on their team that we didn't see, a 7th player.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Like, who's just touched point? Because I did not see that coming.
I have no idea how it happened. I'm gonna have to replay this later and watch. But going back to that, at 33%, right? It got swapped over. You think the game's over, Rainbow's gonna win it, especially with it looked like they were clearing people off. Somehow Allies comes back to it, doesn't win the point, but gets it all the way to 96%. That's insane.
That's amazing. Very impressive. All right, we see a Bastion here on Team Rainbows, which is something I don't see very often on this map. And they do have an Orisa and a Baptiste for a semi-bunker comp. They do still have Luna on Genji, which is a little unusual for the rest of the team comp, but we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, I am just excited now. That last fight set the tone.
All right, so Team Allies kind of just took control of point there, while Team Rainbow decided to set up top, give some space to their Bastion, who unfortunately just got taken out by Lego's Junkrat.
Yeah, Lego is so mean on that Junkrat, like bouncing grenades off the walls into. I don't know, Lego, how you do it. I'm pretty sure you played with Legos as a kid. You know, that's the name.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and there goes Lego. Actually, as we speak, Luna was able to catch Lego. Looks like Team Red is gonna take this one. Team Allies. Ooh, Bastion already coming back out, but they're on top of them. Doesn't give Bastion that time to retreat back to their team, and manages to kill them for a nice stagger. And we've seen Gamer Mela as Bastion before. I don't know if we're gonna see a swap here if they keep pushing on that Bastion as hard as they're pushing. But also coming in, we actually have 2 ults from the side of Rainbow, both one a defensive ult, and then we got Bastille support ult, but it's more offensive than anything. But on the side of Allies, Zarya and Tyre up again. Ooh, Tyre tries to catch someone, but the healing is able to push past that.
Alright, Lego's able to take out their aura creature. Oh, who got rezzed immediately after. Looks like Rainbow has a pretty good chance of taking this here, depending on how they play it.
Yeah, I mean,
Gamer Mel is still sitting on Bastion, and she's able to make a lot of space for her team because they're not Team Allies has to watch their line of sight on the enemy Bastion so they don't get melted.
Yeah, now while Idle Hell's, speaking of that Diva Bomb came through, didn't catch anyone, actually did help to create that space as well. Able to push back the team and let Bastion set up in that corner there for that, to create that line of sight.
That's right, looks like Team Allies is regrouping, trying to see if they can get a quick pick on that Bastion. Gamer Mel's not going to make it easy for him, however. But, you know, Junkrat's a really good counter to Bastion, and I do feel like Lego's doing a good job of pressuring Gamer.
Yeah, we actually see Nami up top. Does they have the ult? Yes, they do. They're going for it. Ooh, it is high noon for the Bastion and Winston.
Team Allies just used 4 ults to win this fight. And win it they did. Team Rainbows is going to be able to counter with four ults of their own.
Yeah, maybe
their Winston ult.
Maybe 5 depending on Bastille, and not too far off.
However, Team Allies is at 90%, so Team Rainbow is really going to have to get to point as quickly as possible. They have about another 5 seconds.
Yeah, we see the Winston ult come out just to get into that point there.
Gamer Mel, ooh.
Transcendence release on the side of Allies, but we already know Rainbow has tons of. They come out with the Genji blade shortly after, and that's 1, 2, 3 already gone.
Ooh, that was a huge blade on Luna's part. And if you notice, Phoenix was pocketing Luna through that blade, able to keep her alive. That was a really well coordinated Genji blade.
Yeah, you know what I like the best about it is, so we had the Winston come in ult to get to that point before it switched over, or before, you know, Team Allies won. Zenyatta, oh my FG Jelly, popped the Zenyatta trance. The Genji Luna specifically waited until it ended to pop that blade.
Yeah, that was very well timed.
Yeah, I like this. We got Diva and Winston hanging up on top. It gives them a full view of the battlefield down below. They can jump on anyone together at this point. It looks like they came down to defend a little bit. Tyre coming out.
Ooh, with the grab to accompany it.
Yeah, it goes behind them because there was an immortality field on top of them at the time. High Noon is actually protected by the Winston bubble. Great use of that bubble aura.
Yeah, this is. Oof.
Yeah, we actually see Winston on both healers right now. They're trying to protect them as much as possible and able to take Radimus out. We still see Gamer on the Bastion.
Yeah, Team Rainbow's definitely up right now.
Ooh, and I think they might.
think
I don't think.
Allies gonna be able to touch. That's right.
Yeah, Allies will not be able to touch this time. So that is Rainbow's second game. They won. That is 2 in a row, correct? They won the King's Row as well.
Did King? Oh no, that was Allies that
Those
won.
Allies. Oh, okay, so we got 1-on-1 right now. Even better.
Right. Oh, here comes that blade. This was
this is beautiful.
Yep, enemy trance just ended. Goes in, gets pocketed by Mercy. Look at that.
Yeah, looking at that, what we didn't see from up above is he got stunned at one point. So getting pocketed by Mercy really helped him to survive that.
Absolutely. Look at that. 71% kill participation. That was really well played on Luna's part.
Indeed.
All right. So I believe we are going to have another roster swap here. Just one player. It should be Jelly being swapped back out and Apple being swapped back in. But let's just make sure that that's what happens before I confirm it.
Yeah, it looks like Gamer Mel is going to be swapping.
Yes, and the person taking her place should be Goon, but again, let's just wait and see if that is in fact the person that gets swapped in, because sometimes things don't always go according to plan. So
okay, and while we get set up here, just with the teams changing, I think we can go to break for a few seconds, and we'll be right back and return with Hollywood. Okay, and we are back in this DBF Rainbow Rumble, and has it been a rumble? Allies and Rainbows win 1-for-1 at this point. We're kind of at a draw here between the two, continuing into the tournament. Amna, we had some switches come out. Can you go ahead and talk about those for us?
Yes, absolutely. So on Team Rainbows, gamer Mel, who was playing DPS, was swapped out for Goon. This will be her first match in the tournament today. And then on the side of allies, Apple got swapped back in. If you remember correctly, OMFG Jelly was swapped in for that last round. So Apple got swapped in for allies, and Goon got swapped in for rainbows.
Exciting.
And yes, and for the next map, they're going to be facing off on Hollywood. And as Nuadin already pointed out, the score is 1-1 for both teams, so it's anybody's game.
Yeah, and it is best of 3, correct? So this is going to be the final map.
That's right. So we'll see who wins here.
This is the one that will take it all.
All right. So with Goon, let's talk about Goon here for a second, since she's the new one in the tournament. She, as my understanding is that she plays pretty much all heroes. So really, we can see anything on the side of allies here with Goon on the team.
Yeah, Goon is an insane DPS.
Sorry, rainbows.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look like we do have a swap here, so or a swap of the teams. So on one side, Luna, on the red side we have Rainbow now, and on the blue side we have allies.
Right, I'm gonna try really hard to keep that straight in my head. I will probably mess that up though, so I apologize in advance. All right, so on Team Rainbow, we do see an Ana Mercy, so that's going to be a lot of heals there on that side. And then we see a Winston Diva, so they're going to be attacking Dive here with the Genji as well. Goon on Genji following up. Luna on Ashe, one of my favorite characters. And then here on defense, we see Lego's Torb. We finally get to see her infamous Torb. Nami taking up projectile DPS as Hanzo, Candy on Mercy, Apple on Zen, and then we have Ryan Zarya. So this is going to be a dive comp coming in on attack.
Yeah, and Lego, like I said, gonna bring it out in that clutch moment, the last map, might as well. Watch out for Goon, though. I imagine Goon is gonna go straight for that Zenyatta. Poor Zenyatta if they're not able to defend Apple appropriately. And
all right, Goon here taking high ground immediately, as is there the rest of the dive team. We see Winston Diva up there as well. They're kind of eyeing the field, seeing who their target's going to be. Oh, unfortunately, Apple was able to take out Aura, but Siren there with the res.
Ooh,
they are going to be down res. Oh, looks like Lego decided to go up and greet the team. Moved off.
I mean, that's a nice thing about the Torbjorn, right? You have a turret on one side providing fire there, and you can come around any which way you want. Goon tries to come in, is facing off the whole team right now. They're able to take Goon out. Oh, well, it looks like the Torbjorn turn is, and there goes the Mercy on the side of Rainbow as well.
Yeah, Torb is actually a really good pick here, not only on this map as— oh, sorry, before I go into that, we have Team Rainbows nanoing their Winston. They tried to jump in, but unfortunately he got melted down. Idlehall gets her Diva mech back, but runs away, waiting for the regroup, which I believe is the good call here. But what I was going to say was that Torb is a pretty good pick here on First Point Hollywood, and especially against a dive team. I feel like Torb's turret is actually pretty distracting for dive teams, so they really need to make sure they're able to take that out. And they actually—
yeah, I was gonna say, it really depends on that point. If they go for that turret right away, take it out, then they can circle around and start facing off the other team. So it depends on how they handle it. But oh my gosh, Nami takes out the Mercy on Rainbow. Oh, with a arrow to the, you know, the ult arrow.
That's right. Idlehell able to take out Lego, though. Let's see if Team Rainbow's going to push in on this opportunity, take out that— ooh, Luna able to pick off Nami.
Ooh, and Bob comes into the fray.
Yeah, looks like Team Rainbow's up here by at least 2 players. They take out that pesky turret.
We actually see double support.
All right, we're seeing all kinds of ults popping out here. Torb ult goes out on the payload. On point. Diva bomb coming out. Oh, not able to secure anyone, unfortunately.
Ooh, they're able to take out the Mercy, but I don't know if they're gonna have time to contest this against. Oh, actually, I take that back. Nami's able to jump in, but it is a one-sided fight at this point. 4 against. They just gotta take out Apple and Zenyatta.
Apple, come on. There you go.
Reinhardt thinks about coming in, but decides to back off anyways.
Yeah, good call, I believe.
Yeah, on the side of allies, unfortunately, both support ults came out at the same time, which once they were over, Rainbow just took advantage of that and was like, all right, we're going to dish out our damage now. You don't have any support ults. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional on the side of on the side of allies. Just kind of came out that way, but good on Rainbow to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And here on the next fight, we don't have that many ults coming into it. However, Stardust on Team Allies is sitting in on a grab. Nami only 30% away from her dragons. Will have a nice combo here.
And not to mention, Apple's already hit that Transcendence ult again after just using it in the last fight.
All right, Lego able to take out. All right, there goes a grab. I guess they didn't feel they needed sorry, there goes the dragon. They didn't need the grab for that, so that was actually a good call on their part. They're able to use that juicy ult for the next fight.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot lately. A dragon being tossed out without a grab. Sometimes it's just to kind of zone and position the enemy team in a bad place, but with that long corridor, that skinny little road that they have to go on to, that's also good advantage for Nami, just sending it straight down. They're able to catch quite a bit.
Absolutely. Very similar to how King's Row streak phase, Hollywood streak phase as well, really confines the team in many situations.
Yeah, now Goon, it looks like we see a swap from Goon, no longer on the Genji, but now a Widow.
Ooh, she gets a nice juicy pick on Apple, but Apple's immediately rezzed by Candy Cage. And here we have Aura Creature harassing the Mercy, able to take her out before Aura Creature goes down herself. Ooh, it looks like Team Rainbow is pushing in on this because they know they took out half of Team Allies. Ooh.
I just see shots fired at Zenyatta multiple times from Goon. She wants to get that pick again.
Yeah, Team Allies retreating, waiting for the regroup. Ooh, here comes a bomb from Idle Hell, not wanting them to be able to retreat for free, and it takes out Apple. Candy Cage maybe has a res back up. Yes, she does. Able to res Apple again. Gets slept by Phoenix.
Ooh, that's a grab on the cart. Will they be able to take use of that? Looks like maybe not. Well, I might have to take that back.
Ooh. It took them both their tank ults to secure point, but they did secure it.
They did indeed, and at this point they do have spawn advantage, at least for the time being. So coming in, Rainbow coming back into this, they're gonna have to make some big plays to stop them from trickling in. Goon actually hanging out on the top of the roof of the saloon. Maybe Allies knows. I saw Zarya lob a grenade up there, so.
Oh, I see Nami trying to hit her. So yeah, she knows she's there now. There goes that
Oh yeah. The Sonic era. Now they
Sonic
definitely
era.
know. Ooh, and
Apple get a nice kill on Goon there.
Yeah, Apple taking vengeance.
Aura Creature coming in, pops ult right before she's about to go down.
The Winston Rampage does have to retreat for some health. With the Mercy's healing and that health pack, able to get that health back, but the rage is gone.
Ooh, nice bob ult there. Here comes Hanzo Dragons, Torbolt.
Yeah, we do see double support ult come out again, but this is the moment to keep the point. We only got 15 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, but it looks like Rainbows might be able to sweep this up. They just need to get Nami off that Hanzo. Ooh, and there it goes with a dynamite of a play.
There it goes. There's only, was it 1 second left? And yep, within a second, they're able to cap second point. That was a really good fight.
That was. All you need is that one moment. We actually saw it from the side of Allies again, the support ults. I think if they kind of time those a little bit differently, we might see a different play there.
Radimus got purpled there. No, but Radimus gets saved. Sorry about that, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say, it's always kind of difficult with that, because with the Mercy, you want to pop it a little bit early. A lot of times people hold on to it a little bit too long. But yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do for this next fight.
Alright, let's see what we have on ults here. Radimus is sitting on a Shatter. Ooh, Team Rainbows unfortunately doesn't have any ults yet. They're coming up on their Monkey ult and Nano. Luna is coming up on Bob. We know how helpful Bob can be. Ooh, there goes the Shatter. Gets three, but not able to kill anyone. Oh, Nano goes out to Mercy. Not sure if that was intentional, but did keep Mercy alive. Unfortunately, she did get caught in Nami's Hanzo Dragons. There are only 25 seconds left. Let's see if they're able to regroup here for one last push.
And Winston staggered a little bit, and that's hard to say with the Nano, with the new defense capability of it. Sometimes you can toss it out just as a way to protect someone, and Mercy is a high-value target, so.
10 seconds.
All right, 10 seconds left. Oh, Nami gets a clutch kill on the idol there on her Zarya. Here comes a hamster, which is Stall Master.
Ooh, and Bob just holding the cart.
Yeah, Phoenix got a nice purple on the enemy team. Unfortunately, her team is struggling a little bit. Oh, to follow up, looks like Team Allies is going to be able to hold point here.
Yeah, and they're able to defend that. Right next to, I don't know what those yellow stripes are, but does it remind anyone else of a parking space? Was that intentional, them putting the car right there?
I wasn't paying attention. I'll have to look at that again.
Wow, but okay, so we got 2 points there. So, I mean, really at this point, Rainbow, or Allies actually, sorry. I mean, they just, they just need to get it further. So, not bad on them. Most of these, we've been seeing someone kind of get to that last point with a little bit of overtime. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. What are you expecting as far as the characters coming out?
Ooh, let's see. So we're going to have Goon on defense this time. I suspect we're going to see a Junkrat. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. I don't know.
A Junkrat from Lego? I can sense it too. I can.
Oh, from Goon. I was saying. I predict it. I predict that from
I'm gonna predict a Moira from Goon. Oh, I'm wrong.
Oh, I was wrong. Okay, Goon picked Torb maybe because of how annoying it was going against Torb on attack. She decided to reciprocate there.
Yeah, and I do know Goon's actually a pretty good Torb as well. I'd actually say Lego and Goon have very similar playstyles when it comes to Torb. So it'd be interesting to see how Lego handles it, since that's, we know that that's Lego's favorite class.
All right, and on attack here we see Dive, so we're going to see Radimus on Winston, Stardust on Diva, and then we have accompanying Zen and Mercy with Torb and Hanzo. And on defense we're going to see Orisa with Hog, so I think that's the first time we've seen that tank combination here in this tournament.
Yeah, a great combo though. I love that, just bringing someone into that defense shell. It can, the rest of the team can't really protect you because they can't fire into it, so it can be pretty devastating. We do have Torb against Torb though, and that's the face-off I'm most excited for.
Absolutely. Attacking team takes high ground. Unfortunately, Radimus does get picked off, and Stardust gets unmech'd.
Yeah, by the Ana of all things. Oh, and there goes the Mercy on the side of Allies.
Yeah, Team Rainbow's just dishing out a lot of damage from quite a distance here between the Torb turret and Aura Creature just lobbing all the bullets over there on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, besides those two, you also got Luna as McCree that can dish out a lot of damage. Roadhog, which is a very damage-heavy tank.
Absolutely.
And surprisingly, I mean, Phoenix got a pick earlier with that Winston, so I mean, Phoenix isn't stopping, there, stitching out as much damage as they can as a healer.
Idle Hell playing the roaming Roadhog here.
Yeah, it looks like Allies might be going around the back, maybe up the stairs. It's hard to say right now. It looks like they're going to go up the stairs, take that roof position, which is great for raining against the opposing side of the cafe.
Ooh. Idle gets a nice hook there on, I believe it was the Hanzo.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of blue go down right now. A lot of Allies. Ooh, and a nanoed a nanoed full hog. It's hard to defend against that. The full hog.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the full hog doesn't do much damage on its own unless you can pin them up against a wall or something else hard. But with that nano boost, it kind of provides that extra bit of damage that is needed there.
I'm looking at Luna here on McCree, who was sitting up there on high ground. I'm sure she was hoping she could get a nice McCree ult off from that vantage point. But she was forced to drop and is back up in Cafe. Alright, we see support ults on both sides.
Yeah, Zenyatta getting them past the hot lava.
Yeah, Raiden is kind of, is sitting on a shatter here. So we have that to look forward to.
Yeah, Luna's still holding on to that McCreel. Actually, it looks like allies might.
Oh.
I mean, they took out Luna, so Luna isn't going to be able to use it during this fight, and that goes to allies. They're able to get the car, and now we're going to see some movement. Yeah, but at this point, the second section is honestly my favorite part, because you can make use of that high ground really well, especially as a McCree if you can get up there. You know, on the same side, Nami has the ability to climb walls, can get up and defend against anyone in there, if you decide to contest that high ground area.
Radimus just walks forward with Stardust past the Orisa shield, saying, "Let's go." That's what she was waiting for to pass the shield and throw down her ult. She's able to get some. And
well
three people. Yep, half the team is dead on Team Allies, and they're retreating here.
Yeah, well played on Radimus' side. Ooh, there comes Luna and to the Mercy, but are we gonna follow up? There's only 3 there. I mean, they should make use of it now. The Mercy is gone. We do see the rest of the team coming in. Are we gonna see a push forward? Reaper actually coming from behind, going after the Zenyatta, manages to take them out, goes for the Zarya. Are we gonna see a play from like the Reaper coming in?
Oh wow.
The Reaper is taken out by Nami.
Yeah, Team Ramos, however, is able to control the payload at this point.
Yeah, I think honestly that, it kind of created space in a way.
Yeah, I liked how Luna kind of just turned around and said, "Hey, no, you guys need to stop pushing. I'm gonna throw my McCree ult here," and they paid the price for it. They lost their Mercy, and then Goon came and jumped in and took out their Zen.
Yeah,
forced them to retreat.
Yeah, we've seen it multiple times. Rainbow, every time they take out the healer, they end up making use of it. Ooh, right on top of Cyrenix, and the Mercy on Rainbow goes down.
That was a sneaky dragon coming from Nami.
Ooh, and there goes the other healer.
Team Rainbow here has no healers. They have no healers, so they're playing a little passive here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give up a little bit of ground, try to regroup and defend that last gate. A pretty smart play. It's hard to make that sort of decision. Oh, but are they going to be able to get in there in time?
Not sure if they're
I think the car's just going to go to the gate. No one's protecting it, and there it goes.
All right, that's unfortunate, but ult's still coming out.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of the team, though, 3 of them in the back there, are going to back up and find a new position.
Yeah, they're paying the price for the partial contest right now. Ooh, and they lost their main tank, and they're still having to retreat. They really need to retreat all the way back and wait for the team to come back.
Radimus, I love right here, is really pushing forward very hard, which can be very dangerous, but what Radimus is doing here is creating space for the enemy team. Now watch Goon. Goon is on top, is going to drop down here, maybe try to kill the Zenyatta, Mercy, maybe even Nami. Nami's been producing damage. Oh no, and the trance comes out right when Goon drops.
Ooh, that was really good reflexes.
Oh yeah.
On that trance.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's any ults that come out here, we got Hog coming up, we got the Death Blossom, those could, actually, looks like that is it. And we now have our winners. Allies able to take the cake.
That was a beautiful grab there at the end as well. Very well played on both teams' sides.
Yes. Yeah, and exactly like you said, well-placed grab. Like, not only did it caught everyone that was remaining, for you to be able to dish damage to it, but it also pulled them away from the car. So even if they didn't kill them after that, which we did see, they're not going to be able to contest you, and you're able to push that car right into that parking spot.
Lego apparently upset that her torp play got stolen by Goon's torp there.
There can only be one torp, but you know what? Hey, it pays it forward. It gave her the card as torp. One got the card, one got the play.
They can share. All right, so that actually concludes the tournament with Team Allies winning. Though Team Rainbows did put up a really good fight. We started off on Kings Row, moved to Lijiang, and then ended on Hollywood. And I have to say all the maps were pretty close, and despite there being a couple players that were being subbed in and out, I felt like the fights were all really good.
Yeah, it was very exciting. My heart is still beating from that sneaky. I know they didn't even win that map, but on the garden, that sneaky. I don't even know what. Well, we
need to go back and see who that. I think it was the McCree Nami.
Yeah.
I think it was. She just like briefly stepped onto point and then just disappeared from when she came.
Yeah, well, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This was the DBF Rainbow Rumble. Just great from the organizers that put this together. Props to Genos, props to Amna here, also with the co-casting, and props to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I getting information that this is actually going to a best of 5?
Let me get confirmation from Genos here. See if there was a typo somewhere. Give me a moment. Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break while we find out exactly if this was a best of 3 tournament or a best of 5. Best of 5, that means more gameplay, so I'm kind of hoping for that, but we'll see when we come back.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Okay, and we are back to the DBF Rainbow Rumble, and we have made the decision. It turns out the tournament was best of three as we thought, but the teams don't want to quit yet. Alley's not quite feeling secure in their winning reign here, so wants to have another shot. And Rainbows, they want to have another shot at that winning title. So we are actually going to go best of five based off what the players wanted here. Amna, what do you think of that? I think it's great.
I think that's awesome. That means people are having a good time and both teams feel like they can win the next one, which is always a good thing. We are actually having no player swaps for this next map, which is going to be Blizzard World. What do you think about that map, Newton?
We've already gone through all my favorites. Apparently, me and you share the same favorites, Amna. I'm not surprised there. But Blizzard World is, I like it a lot. It kind of reminds me of Hollywood, actually, a little bit. The beginning sort of checkpoint can be a little bit crazy, but you got some like interesting high ground and some different routes you can go. But that second area is where I really like it because there's a lot of different like levels that you can really take to it. You can either go high ground, low ground, a little bit of both. We might see some interesting positioning on this map.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing before we talk about positioning, I just want to like kind of throw out there is one of my favorite parts is, if things aren't going your way on this map, there's always a nice, lovely little roller coaster that you can just jump on and just kind of chill there and it'll cheer you up. But anyway, aside from that, when you're not throwing, yes, positioning wise, this is a pretty good Widow map actually. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Widow out. Oh, here comes the rosters. We see a Hanzo, so not quite a Widow, but we do see a sniper on Team Allies.
Team Allies, yep. Blue.
Team Allies is blue. All right.
Now, Goon does play a Widow. We saw that in the last game. So speaking to your Widow one, we don't see a pick from... Well, it's going to be McCree, which is another good one. But maybe we'll see Goon come out later on this map here. Lego has to keep, the reign of Torborn. Has to make sure it's known that she's the Torborn queen.
Yes, I'm sure she's trying to regain her title as Tor play of the game.
Play of the Torborn.
There you go. All right, so we have a team. Okay, I'm getting the teams mixed up in my head, but I'm trying really hard not to. We have Team Rainbows attacking here. Luna's on Genji. We have Goon on McCree, and their tanks are Rhine and Hog.
Yeah, and we actually see them coming out from the underside, pushing that around the statue, coming straight down on Radimus, pushing forward very quickly. This could be a good advantage. They got oh, Reinhardt goes down.
Ouch, yes. Radimus is able to take out Aura Creature. I believe the fact that Radimus has a Zarya on her team probably has a lot to do with it. He gets those nice bubbles there when needed. So it looks like Team Rainbow is going to retreat here because they did kind of lose that first battle, but not completely. It was kind of, I believe they only lost 2 players, but they are going to back out and regroup.
Yeah, I think we're going to see kind of a similar play coming back in through this from the side of Rainbow, though. Being very aggressive, with that Lucio there, they have that ability to push forward and just come in on the side of allies. Especially with the McCree and the Roadhog, they can make use of good short range, especially Luna as well. So they, depending on how they do this, they can sweep through there. Speaking of, we actually have Reinhardt ult from Radimus, expecting that to come in if they move forward. We might see some from the side of the other team to bait it out.
Ooh, a giant shatter from Radimus. She puts down, I believe, 4, but there wasn't a lot of backup. However, she was able to take out the enemy Reinhardt, which is going to be enough. Apple cleaning up, taking out the enemy Moira. And then Radimus cleaning up her own work, killing the enemy Hog.
Ooh, and Phoenix flies through the dragon there and is taken out in the process. Lego just chasing as Torborn. Very confident Torborn there. At this point, it feels like Allies just doesn't want to give them any ground. They already won the best of 3, the semi-best of 3, now going to best of 5. At this point, they're like, we're giving you no space to win.
Yeah, now he picks out Moira, which should probably delay their push here. I do want to point out that Idle Hell did swap off of Hog onto Zarya, probably because, Ryan Zarya is such a perfect tank combination, and that's what they're going up against. And so they They probably felt like Aura Creature needed Zarya bubbles just as Radimus is getting bubbles when she needs them, so...
Yeah, speaking of Radimus, already has a shatter coming into this next fight with the grab! We might see both! Hot lava into the grab, that's a combo.
Yep, Radimus felt her shatter was not needed, so she held on to it.
Very smart of Radimus to do that. But coming back around to the side of Rainbow, already has 3 ults in the pocket with 2 more coming up from Lucio and Moira if they play their cards right.
Yeah, I feel like this next fight, which may be the last one, is going to be a bunch of ults being thrown out at the same time. So we will see which ults prevail.
Yeah, I'm expecting we'll see the... Oh, actually McCree goes quick, so we might see Luna's Blade come out with a Zenyatta Transcendence to counter from the enemy team.
Alright, they're pushing in despite having lost one, because they have to. Ooh, here comes the Blade with the Trans countering. Both tank ults, both shatters go out. Lego's able to take out the enemy Zarya.
And there comes that Dragon Strike one more time. Rainbow's trying to get to that point, trying to regroup. McCree coming in, still has their ult. Will they be able to do anything with it? It looks like the rest of the team is down. They're not going to be able to get in there in time.
Wow. Team Allies is... Oh, Hammond comes and contests point there. Idle Hell just coming in as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, not quite enough.
Yeah, they're able to pick off that Hammond pretty quickly. Wow, on the side of Allies, like no, what do you call it? No, like they didn't want any, them to get that point at all. They did a very good job just defending that. And I think really what it came down to was the play of those ults. They made really good use of the ults that they had when they had them. They didn't use too many, and that Transcendence was always able to answer the offensive ults.
Yeah, Radimus really showing a lot of discipline there, holding back her shatter when she was sitting there and had a perfect opportunity to use it, recognizing that her team had already won the fight and it was not needed. And that kind of gameplay is, I believe, what led to their victory here, or at least for them holding first point. I shouldn't call it victory. It's very much the opportunity for there to be a tie on this map still.
Yeah, it can still go any which way. You never know. Unfortunately, though, this means we will not be getting to the second part of Hollywood. We're going to be stuck at these little sea boats, this cabin here, because if they're able to attack the point, that means, or even get one tick, they win this map.
It's okay. We got a little roller coaster here to keep us company.
Yeah, a little Eagle roller coaster that we can all ride. This is like one of those roller coaster tycoons. You just get in the cart and watch it spin.
Yeah. All right, let's see what do we have here on both sides. So Team Allies here is now attacking. They have a Pharah, and they're also running a hamster here, so they plan on kind of getting to point very quickly. Here on defense, we see an Orisa and a Hog as the tanks here. Goon on her Torb.
And I think Pharah is a good pick without them even knowing it, because we're seeing Bunker from the side of Rainbow, and a lot of times, if Lego can get into a good position, can shoot past that Orisa shield.
Yeah, Lego making quick work of Goon's Torb turret, and it looks like there were a couple picks there on the side of Team Rainbow, so Team Allies is going to hang back a little bit, wait for their team to regroup.
Yeah, it looks like they took out the tank. Random came in as Ham and tried to split up that team a little bit, but they were able to focus them with a hook and was able to take them out, which slowed down Allies' push.
That's right. Lego taking out Torb's turret, Goon's turret again. Looks like she's going to try to make life a little difficult there for Goon. See how long she's able to keep that up.
Yeah, at this point, though, Allies is taking a little bit long to commit to an attack. They're going to need to make some sort of movement here and push in at some point. Maybe trying to build up ults, but at the same time, giving Rainbow time to set up ults as well.
Ooh, Radimus coming in and getting hooked as Hammond, but barely, almost able to escape, but not quite. They lost their main tank here, so I feel like they might wait for her to come back, which shouldn't be much time.
It is highly possible, but already look at this. We haven't really seen the ults come out yet. So already we have almost all ults from the side of Allies, and Radimus did switch back to Reinhardt, so that's a reset on that ult there.
All right, here
we see.
ults.
Yeah, the ults. I don't know. Yeah, so many.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got.
And that's what allies needed, just tossing all the ults. I guess they were just waiting for the time to be right. I mean, that was like ultigeddon right there.
Yeah, well, when all you need is one tick, just wait for all the ults and just everyone hit Q at the same time. I'm sure you'll get it.
I mean, yeah, but that was a dangerous game to play, though, because the enemy team actually had more ults than they did. I think it just came down to who struck first, and as we saw, that was allies. Actually, we might be seeing the start of the ultigeddon right here. Yep. Ooh, high noon. Waits for the time. Ooh.
Yeah, Nami's play was huge.
Yeah, that shield must have just come down to be able to get that Orisa.
Wow, 70% average energy coming from Stardust. Sorry, that is very impressive. Wish I could upvote that as a spectator.
Right? I wish I had that much energy in real life.
All right, so that is now that we switched to best out of 5, since Allies won, that makes them the victors of our best out of 5 tournament.
Yeah, and puts us at a 2 of 2 for both teams. So this last map will determine who wins the best of 5.
No, that was 3 for Allies and 1 for Rainbow. So actually, Allies wins the tournament.
That's my mistake. I got the team swapped up. See, that's what happens.
I know. Yeah, the colors. That was messing with me too. Don't worry.
Well, this has been great though. Like, wow, Allies just coming in strong in that last fight there. Blizzard World. You know what? Blizzard World is all blue. They were blue. It makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I mean, it was totally unfair. They had an unfair advantage. They're color coordinated, just not okay. We'll remember that for next time, guys. Don't worry.
All right. Well, it's been great. DBF Rainbow Rumble. Are really good teams, really good composition put together here from both sides. Thanks to Genos, thanks Amna, my co-caster, and thanks Jackie B for helping us produce this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jackie B, for producing. We appreciate you, especially staying longer than you initially thought you were going to. We appreciate you very much. And Nuiden, it's been great co-casting with you.
Oh, shucks. I'm gonna blush here now. Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us, and everyone have a great rest of your day.
Bye!
Oh, also, happy Pride Month.
Oh, yes! Happy Pride Month, everyone!